Evening all. Right, so back in Sanctuary. If you haven't gathered already from the thumbnail and the title, we are making my water purifier area. Now, this took a little longer than I was expecting, mainly because it was a bit fiddly as fuck. Effectively, it's the same... It's like my original water purifier from the Sanctuary tour, except bigger. So, it looks cool. I really like it, and a lot of people seem to really like that kind of water area with this kind of thing here. Because I've made it bigger, I might revisit this again and add a few more things to it, but I don't know what. Maybe when the new DLC comes out. Because the reason being is because it's bigger, it kind of feels like it's missing something, but I can't name my finger on it. It's literally the same, almost the same build, just bigger and with different guard posts. Also, obviously, I've changed the water purifiers. Now, on the water purifiers, I reinforce this one a lot because it's the same thing with the generators, but don't ever just, I'm banning you from it. Some of you send me videos, make cool settlements, and I still see this going on. Generators, water purifiers, do not put the same ones next to each other back to back. You can get with two, but they can't face the same direction, alright? Don't argue. Just do it, alright? Yeah, no, don't do it. Right, okay, cool. Anyway, so we're doing these little towers here. Someone mentioned this up last video. I do this. You know how when I place that down, they're slightly floating on the floor a little bit? And I pick them up. If you pick them up, it makes them touch the ground. I do that. However, in the last video, I forgot. And because I forgot to do it, I didn't mention it. But yeah, basically, because I do it with the... remember when I did the castle and I did the floorboards? If you pick them up and they drop down again? It's the same kind of premise base. If anything's floating from, using, a technique like that, just pick it up and it kind of resets the position. So, this one involves lots of junk fences. I hope you like junk fences. Quick note as well. I like saying quick note, don't I? Why do I say quick note so much? A now less quick note. Because obviously this entire settlement is going to be surrounded by a big, glorious fence. However, it's going to take a very long time. I don't know how I'm going to record that. Now, some of you are going to go, Davey, I want to see the whole thing. Well, to you, I say, fuck off. I'm not recording. I'm not basically doing the junk fence and then bloody well pausing it every few minutes to no, we're not doing that. So I'm going to probably do that one differently. Like, when we do the actual fence. But I might do a show bits of it. Like, okay, here's the north side. And here's a bit of it so you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to do it. And then record. So that's my plan with the junk fence. I figured I'd mention that now, because this is the one other instance where I'm making a big-ass fence, but it's smaller. So I'm making my, Davy guard towers that we know and love. To be honest, these actually caused me a bit of a headache, because obviously I wanted to surround them by the fences and then putting them in front of it. It's not difficult, but I had to... I tried to record that little bit twice, because it kept... fucking up, basically. You may notice as well what I just did there. Because I already had all these fences kind of ready, I didn't want to record me just, 15 minutes of me literally just... It would only been like, 5 to 10 minutes in the video, but it would been boring, just me adding fences to rugs. You've all seen it, and then I moved them over there. Just because it was boring as fuck. I did initially record it, and I was like, no, we're not putting that. So basically, this is just lots of me running back and forth, putting fences in, but you guys do need to see it. I guess this is quite a satisfying little area. The one thing is, note, is that obviously I need to get more defences now we've got all those water purifiers in, which I don't do in this one. I put a few turrets down, but I ran out of oil. I was just going to slap loads of the basic turrets down, then make something pretty later on, but we ran out of oil. Davey does run out of things now and then. Oil and glass are the things I tend to run out with all the time. So, and yes, I know I can make oil from thingy, which I will do. Cutting fluid for the bones and stuff. So anyway, yes, recommending on this one. Normally when I do the fences, and you probably see it in my builds, I normally like using the thick one with the big tire one. Don't do it on this one, just because they'll stick out, because they do stick out, and it'll look really weird. So I've stuck with the thin ones. Also, initially, you probably noticed already, I tried to have it so each junk fence was kind of aligned to a platform floor. They're either too short, too long. I think they're too short, but basically it didn't work, so which is annoying. So it means I had to kind of add a few more minutes onto this, me just kind of adding extra walls in. It's like this part here. It's this case of my plan failed miserably, so forgive me, internet. Oh, yeah, you know it's raining. I just asked the question last time about, you know, the fog, and, you know, is it foggy in Boston? Mixed results. Mixed results. At first, it was like, no, it's not foggy. Bethesda fucked up. And then maybe some true Bostonians came out and told us that it does, in fact, get quite foggy. So basically, I have no idea. Don't know. But still, I fucking hate fog. I don't mind rain, though, but I'm British. This just makes me incredibly patriotic. Oh, God save the Queen and all that jazz. Oh, look at that grey sky. Isn't it glorious? Oh, makes me want to drink beer and eat a kebab. Those of you following Twitter, you know that I had the worst burger in the world today. So that was my Saturday. Took a Instagram of my food like a basic bitch. Had a burger. Tasted like dead cat. And I've eaten dead cat. Tastes good. Anyway, so basically, yeah, this is just me running back and forth. Putting... you can see my guy. He sounds really out of shape, doesn't he? This is, again, why, and I know I'm going to repeat this now and then, why I'm going to get stuck here, why I'm sometimes conscious of maybe not showing you guys, but I'm going to show everything, so deal with it. If I get any comments saying, this was boring, David, I'm going to cut you. With the internet. Oh, I'll cut you with my British wit. There we go. Oh, it'll cut deep. Anyway, so we're adding the fences on, doing all my fancy stuff. Oh, keep an eye out, because I believe soon you're going to start seeing Brahmin falling from the sky. It was really funny. There's that one. Once I can keep an eye out for it. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Is it there? I'm sure it's here. Keep an eye out. I think it's that one there. Sorry, because I remember saying it. I was like, oh, I'm totally going to make a joke about that. Fuck, damn it. Okay, keep an eye in the background. Don't pay attention to this. This is boring. Fuck the builds, man. Look out for the Brahmin. I don't know why it is. Do you guys have that? Like, in Sanctuary. I do get rid of this idea, by the way, and just use normal foundations. I was trying to be clever. Where is it? Come on, I really want to see it now. But basically, like, in the Brahmin, when they go across the bridge, seem to, like, launch themselves in the air. I think they do it in the tour as well, actually. I'm not too sure. But it makes me giggle. They don't die, though. I was hoping they'd explode or something. Come on. Ah, I can't focus now. I really want to see one. Anyway, yeah. By the way, when I have something funny to show that during the recording it will show up, but actually, to be honest, because I'm not really near any settlers, other than falling Brahmin, which I can't see now. God damn it. There's nothing really interesting. So occasionally you'll get bloopers, but I can't promise them. It's only if I find something entertaining or decide to murder things, which admittedly does happen. This one was more just tedious. So I leave the rugs on, by the way. It's always a good idea with the... Oh, yeah. So it said, same before with... For those who didn't watch my fence video, I probably should just point this out, because you might have not watched everything, is when you're doing any kind of fence, always put, like, every other fence, and then rug glitch the fences in between them. Because it's... You're going to have a bad time if you try and do them individually, or it's just going to take you bloody ages, and nobody wants that. What I do is it's just a way it halves the... I discovered it when I started doing little settlements. It's just because I hate doing the fences so much. It looks amazing, but it's just... I ain't doing it. It's boring, but it's like the most important part. So I'm adding my little railings here. I do end up putting a wee platform in between there just because it was a bit empty. And again, you're starting to see it now. It looks pretty cool, but it's missing something. And I don't know what it is. Someone tell me what it is. I probably won't listen to your idea, I'm not going to lie, but you can at least hope that I might. It'll be something that impulsively go, aha, I'll do that. Just because it's literally the same build, it's just because it's bigger, basically. It's bigger than the other one, and so there's more open space. Davey likes cramped spaces. I don't know why. I live in London, maybe that's it. I don't know. Ignoring the fact that I'm initially from the countryside, maybe I resent open spaces. I don't know. I'm not Wonder Woman, I don't know. Anyway, that was a Black Books rip-off quote, by the way. I'm basically the Gabby Show stealing jokes. So I said, I really like this walkway as well. This is, I just love any excuse I can put a weird-ass walkway in, Davey will go for it, just because it... And that's a Davey pro tip for you. If you have an excuse or somewhere you can put a weird walkway like this, put it in. It will look good. But Davey, we could do... No, just do the fucking walkway. They look grand. Every time I put one in a settlement, it completely transforms the entire bloody thing. Love me some walkways. Plus, it also guarantees that your settlers won't dick around, which is great. I am also, like you, hopefully, still looking at the back, hoping for a Brahmin to fall down. It does happen, and I did record it. I just don't know when. Oh, probably moving too fast, isn't it? Anyway, so this part here, I basically do end up putting an actual railing in. I was just trying to be clever because I didn't want to have to then do the rug glitch on that fence. So, sorry about that. I kind of feel like I want to actually start using those wire fences a little more. However, because they're quite a kind of interesting surface area, but I don't know what to do with them, really. We gander. It's quite entertaining hearing me kind of scuttle around. Right, so that was me, by the way, counting how many times I have to do things. So, because I knew that it was going to be an absolute pain in the ass, I do everything else other than those first. Plus, also, it's going to be easier. Oh, yeah, by the way, if you're doing a lower tower like this, always put the guard posts in first, because you might find that the guard posts are hard to put on when you've got fences glitched underneath. Just a quick note on that. I don't think you're actually going to see one fly. There definitely was. I just might have not recorded it. Oh, I don't know. I really want to see one. If I get one, I'm going to record it. If I ever see it, I'm just going to literally hit the record thing. Because on PlayStation, you do this thing, right, where you can record the past, like, 3 or 4 minutes or something. I think you can set up for 15. If that happens, totally recording one for you, unless we see one in a minute. A flying Brahmin. I really want to see a flying Brahmin. So, yeah, I'm just basically adding in the pylons. I'm so happy with the last patch that we got the ability to actually make copper wiring without using up copper. It's just fucking amazing. Also, just for this part here, I ended up using the flat boards just because you can't really see under it. Oh, I leveled up to level 66. Ooh, we're not going to take. But it's just, I wanted to have an area there, but it was too, I couldn't be asked to move around the purifiers. So now I believe this might be the near final part. Oh no, we're doing the generator here. Oh, did you see it? Oh, did you see it? I totally think I just saw one fall. Sorry. I can't stop, but could you just go back just before I start moving that generator? I'm pretty sure I saw a Brahmin fly down. Yes, that was it. Anyway. It's like finding Wally. Wally, not Waldo, America. Fucking Waldo. Right, anyway, sorry. Dislike. Anyway, so I'm putting... Is it actually called Waldo in America, by the way? I just thought that was like a non... trademarky thing. I don't know. In the comments, please. Educate the Brit. And if it is called Waldo, I feel bad for you, son. Anyway. So, yes, basically just adding the generators in. Again, that's amazing. Like, one large generator, one medium generator literally powers absolutely shit tons. Because I'm pretty sure the medium-sized water purifiers used to take 5, and then the big ones took 10. So I think, like, this would have taken, what, 30 power to power up? Instead it takes 13. That's baller as fuck. The reason why I'm using the long rug glitch method here is just because I knew that I need as much reach as possible, basically. Now, these were... The frustrating thing about this thing is, one, I have to keep jumping off the front to actually see, because initially, this is the second time I've recorded this, like this part here. Initially, I'd actually just kind of not really paid attention how they looked at the front. I do get stuck quite a bit, by the way. But when I actually decided to go around the front, I realized they were really far back, and it looked like they were behind the actual legs of the foundation. It just looked absolutely retarded, and you know, I didn't want to cut any corners because I know, one, it would completely pointless if the channel's about, you know, us being realistic, but at the same time also it was just a pain in the dick. So that's why I use the mats as long as possible, just because it just gives me a little bit more wiggle room. Because you probably noticed back there, if I don't need to use the entire length of my little chain of mats, I can just pick an earlier one and the rug glitch still works. So it's just kind of a useful way for you. It's like a, I don't know, a extendy thing, combobulator. I don't know. I'm not an engineer. But yes, also look at all those rugs. So many. So, then putting the next part in. I do actually have to do the rug, because I didn't realise there would be a gap, so I actually needed to get another bloody wall, which is annoying. God, he is unfit, isn't he? Is it agility or endurance that makes it so he can run faster? I should really... Or it's a perk, isn't it? So you see, fine, all good. Fine, all good. They're a little bit raised at the bottom, but not too bad. I think when I take the rug off, they're pretty fine. See, it jumps up there, but then I take that one down, and it goes down. But it is a little bit. Just the record, because some of you have mentioned this before, that, you know, and I had it in my last video where, you know, the what do we call it? The actual gate was, you know, sunk into the ground. Sometimes you just shoot up and shoot down. There's ultimately nothing you can do about it. I don't even know what causes it, to be honest. I think it's largely random, in the same way that sometimes you get light bulbs that just turn off all weird and wonderfully. So I need to make my little chain. I did check the size. I still think I need to actually do this twice, in fact. Remember correctly. Yeah, I do. Because they're not exactly one board across. I mean, I guess they maybe are, but if you don't want a gap in between them, you have to kind of just, yeah. The one criticism I would say of this area is you'll probably notice, and if you build this, you will notice it, is that you can have lots of the supports at the back sticking out. That might bother some people. What you could probably do is actually make it so they were like one. You can move it so one support is actually inside the middle one, so each of the fences are actually kind of like 1.5. If I'm explaining that, I'm probably not. But then, of course, it'll look weird from the front. So it's with the fences, with this area where you have to have them, you have to use them in a certain space. You might find that they don't look as good as, say, when you're using them in, say, as surrounding a settlement, because you have to have, like I've had there, where I have to use them sometimes to plug gaps that maybe are too small. Added my bulbs on. One more. We done. One more. I think we just slapped down a few turrets and we are good to go. So I'm going to do a tour after this, guys. I've also got to now run off and get some more. Yeah, there we go. So I hope you liked that. Hope you found it helpful. I'm going to add later down in the future a bit more to this, I think. Because I think it just feels like it's missing something. Any suggestions you have, I will listen. I'm not going to definitely do them, but I might take any kind of suggestions on board. Also, if you ever want to, you know, natter to me or anything, as always, follow me on Twitter at norespawns. And yes, I'll have a settlement tour for you tomorrow. And then next week, because I pre-ordered the Division, we're going to have some funky Division action, but I don't know in what format those videos will go. So take care, guys. Have a good one.